Patrick, guess what came in the mail today?
Oh, what?
This.
Stick it in!
What it do, YouTube? It is your boy, Mind Time. And right now I'm back at you again with another reaction. But this is not a normal reaction. We are reacting to some wrestling. The match that we're reacting to today will be NXT's Lexis King and Danny Limelight versus Ryan Davidson and Zilla. Fatu. This is the full match of reality wrestling. I won't be doing no cuts. You know how I do. I might do a couple stops after I see a big move or something. But you know how I am, man. You should know how I am by now, bro. So, without further ado, before we get into the video, make sure you go ahead and like this joint, share this joint, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. You know we're trying to hit 25K by December. Make it happen. We know you can make it happen. Do that for us, bro. We're going to bring you more videos like this and more cop watching videos, you know, more stuff that we ain't never just reacted to, really. So guess what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my best to bring it to y'all every week. Every week. Not every day, but every week. If y'all want it every day, just make that known. I'll get it done. You feel me? I'm tired. But in the meantime, let's see how I get to this video. Is that Chris Van Vliet? Chris Van Vliet? Is that who that was?
Danny Limelight, the Empire State Champion. Now remember, that title is actually recognized here in reality wrestling as the Reality Wrestling Texas Championship. Of course, Danny rebranding it for us, Kirby.
Rebranding it, in his words, rechristening it, but it's just absolutely disgusting what he did to the former championship belt.
That is an ugly-looking championship. That's what that is.
We got some New York haters. That's all it is.
Well, here comes the king of NXT, and maybe the king of Texas City when it's all said and done. Lexis King is coming out with his tag team partner, Danny Limelight. Now, Chris, I know you know Lexis King on a personal level, and here he comes.
We got royalty in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Royalty in the house here.
I thought y'all were close.
I thought so, too. I guess he didn't like the last interview we did.
What can you tell us?
Liked it?
What can you tell us about Lexis King?
I mean, everybody knows his legendary father, the late, great Brian Pillman. Not only does
That's
Lexis
his
King
father?
look like
Brian
him,
Pillman is
but
his
when you see
dad?
him in
I didn't
the
know
ring,
that. That's a new
he
thing I
wrestles
just
just
found
like
out.
him as well.
Look at that. I didn't know that. He look just like his. Yeah, he do look like his dad.
Well, here comes grizzled Ryan Davidson, the first ever Grand Slam champion in reality wrestling history, the most recent Texas champion that Danny Limelight was able to defeat for that now Empire State Championship. And the question is, Chris and Kirby, did he find a partner?
He's out here alone right now.
I mean, I've been thinking throughout my entire roster here, and we saw him talk with a lot of different people. I guarantee you that if there's anybody in the back that respects Ryan Davidson, somebody is about to step up.
Somebody might step up. Danny Limelight just shouting towards us and saying that Ryan Davidson is a failure. Wow. I don't know if I would ever use that adjective to describe somebody with the pedigree of Ryan Davidson.
He's a cornerstone for a reason.
The Grizzly, Ryan Davidson. Okay.
But again, the question is this going to be a glorified handicap match, gentlemen, or do we have... It doesn't look like he has anybody.
2-on-1 it is.
Ryan Davidson is ready to get things started here. Nobody in his corner.
I just can't believe somebody wouldn't come out and be Ryan Davidson's partner.
Well, Ryan Davidson 2-on-1 here.
What's this?
On a second.
Big dog in the building. Zilla Fatu.
Ryan Davidson. And you hear the reaction from the Walker, Texas Loyal Arena's crowd here tonight.
Well, this changes everything. I talked about the pedigree that Lexis King has and his legendary father. Obviously, we know the pedigree when it comes to this man, Zilla Fatu.
Yes, his father, of course, the legendary Umaga. And Zilla Fatu coming to the aid of Ryan Kirby. I mean, what a team.
You want to talk about royalty on the side of Danny Limelight and Lexis King. Let's talk about the royalty behind the Fatu name, as now Zilla is the one to answer the call. And here we go. We got a tag team main event.
We've got ourselves a match.
This
right,
is a massive main event for us this week here on the Reality of Wrestling, whether you're watching with the 760,000 plus of our subscribers here on the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel, on the CW39, excuse me, here in Houston, or one of our television affiliates around the country, you are in for a treat here this evening. Ryan Davidson, Zilla Fatu, the Empire State Champion, Danny Limelight, and the King of NXT, Lexis King.
Danny Limelight and Lexis King are not happy about this.
Well, how would you feel if a member of a Samoan dynasty all of a sudden showed up unexpected in Danny Limelight?
He wants none of it.
Well, Lexis King victorious in his Reality Wrestling debut against Ryan Davidson, Kirby.
It was just a few weeks ago that we saw Lexis King defeat Ryan Davidson, but let's be honest, it wasn't without a little bit of help from the current Empire State Champion, Danny Limelight.
Do we really have to keep calling him the Empire State Champion?
Well, you know what? As of now, I'm not going to call a championship that has a Yankee logo anything to do with Texas.
Fair enough.
As a Blue Jays fan, you would appreciate that, I'm sure.
It's true.
If there was a big Texas State flag on it, I couldn't call it the Maple Leaf Championship. Oh, wait a minute. Zilla Fatu and Lexis King, you talked about their lineages here. These are second-generation performers. In Zilla's case, a multi-generational performer.
Yeah.
A lot of strength with both of these men here.
But Zilla Fatu is such an X factor. You know, he's still so young in his career, Kirby, but he has all the intangibles.
Absolutely, you saw him right there push Lexis King. Aside is raising the ones. He calls himself the main one.
That's the forgotten son. Y'all must not know.
A completely different game to this. And how do you think Danny Limelight and Lexis King can truly prepare for this, not knowing that Zilla Fatu is going to answer the call?
That's a great question, Chris. I mean, here's the element of surprise here.
Lexis King looking for a test of strength there, and hey, he's just saying, no, I'm going to do things my own way here.
Well, that's typically how he does, yeah. But you have to expect the unexpected in this sport. Obviously, anything can end in 3 seconds. And when you have somebody like Zilla Fatu, you have to be well aware of the brute force and strength and the unpredictability, because he is still so young in his career. We don't have a lot of game tape on Zilla Fatu, and typically his matches don't go the longest.
We know that Tonka little blood running y'all bloodline.
He just goes once a month strike and we're out. But the biggest other question here for the other two is the fact that Lexis King and Danny Limelight have teamed before
Camacho.
on AEW, so this is nothing new to them. They have chemistry already.
That is an interesting point to bring up. I mean, some experience with these two men, and Ryan Davidson and Zilla Fatu, none. But do you think that's going to prevent them from getting a potential victory here tonight, Chris? The fact that Zilla and Ryan have not been a tag team ever before?
Well, it doesn't seem to be working out very well right now for Lexis King. Lexis King has experience on his side, and like you said, he's teamed before with Danny Limelight, but He's not in a very good spot.
You know what? You're pointing out the obvious, but that's exactly right. He hadn't been in a good spot against Zilla Fatu, but trying to battle back and find his way. Look at that.
The athleticism. Wow.
That was impressive right there from Zilla Fatu. And it feels like every time we see him, Kirby, another layer of the onion gets peeled back.
He just continues to get better and better and better. He has victories over Tommy Bolton, amongst others here at Reality of Wrestling. And you've got to imagine that.
Here comes the grizzled vet, Ryan Davidson, who's probably looking for a little retribution, not only on Danny Limelight, but the king of NXT and the king, the self-proclaimed king of Texas City, Lexis King. I mean, he has very regal locks, wouldn't you say?
That might be some of the best hair in all of wrestling.
Elbow to the back of the head. I'm finna start calling
we're talking about
now.
the hair on the top of his head and on his
Look
face.
at him. Okay.
That's
Tag
quite
to
the
Zilla.
beard. Maybe that's why we're not seeing eye to eye right now. I don't know.
Ooh, double headbutt.
Double headbutt. Now the Samoan powerhouse goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no.
The intensity that Zilla Fatu brings is just unmatched. Back to that headlock.
Back to the headlock, and Zilla Fatu isn't alone when it comes to a Samoan legacy here in Reality Wrestling. Oh my gosh, look at that, out to the outside.
That could have been a completely nasty fall, but it's smart that he went for the headlock because it kept working until it didn't.
Well, Lexis King, I mean, that was vicious.
Lexis King on the attack now, saying, you've had me in a headlock for far too long. And making the tag to Danny Limelight.
Now, Danny Limelight's going to be very methodical and pick his spot when he's going to enter the ring here. He is one of the very best. Look at that. A little showing off there. Shades of the Texas wrestling legend Eddie Guerrero with that one as it goes for a cover. Ryan Davidson, 1, 2, and no.
That could have been it. Might have been the distraction that bought Zilla Fatu enough time to be able to kick out there.
But Zilla Fatu is the Samoan dynasty, no stranger to the Reality of Wrestling. Of course, his father, Umaga, competed at several Reality of Wrestling events. Also, his cousins, the Usos, came and trained here at the Reality of Wrestling before going on to the WWE. His cousin, Jacob Fatu, also coming through the doors. Cover and no. So,
long lineage.
Long lineage.
I mean, everyone just named is
major
incredible
lineage.
in their own way. And Zilla's proving why he's a force to be reckoned with in the ring.
You got to imagine that Summer of Champions is.
Look at that. Zilla Fatu able to power both men over.
Like I was saying, you've got to imagine that Zilla Fatu is thinking about Summer of Champions because that is where he made his debut just last year. He wants to come back with more momentum as Ryan Davidson. Here comes the former two-time Texas champion.
To the rope.
Lexis King in a bad way, trying to find a way out of this. And inverted atomic drop.
Boom, knee to the face.
Oh,
Good lariat.
Ryan's fired up.
Put him down for the 3, 1, 2.
And not
Oh, he
enough
kicks out
to
at 2.
dethrone the king.
Kick out at 2.
How much ego
I'm
do
sorry,
you
I'm
think
not
you have to proclaim
I'm
yourself
not
as
as
king of
enthused
basically
as I
everywhere
usually
that you
be.
step foot in?
Sorry, y'all.
Well, to be fair,
right
it is
now.
his last name. It is his last name, so it's not so much a proclamation as he's saying, well, you know, it's my last name. I am the king because I'm Lexis King.
Yeah, I have to agree with that assessment there. Now Danny Limelight there for his partner.
And there's that chemistry that we talked about.
Oh, complete shot.
Cover, 1, not enough. Nonchalant.
Just
cover.
one.
Just one. You have to do more than that against Ryan Davidson. Ryan Davidson, battle-tested, proven, not just here in Reality Wrestling, but all over the world, having memorable tours in Japan, as well as in your home country of Canada.
Free.
All around the world.
All around the world is Ryan Davidson, but his heart is right here in Texas. And that's why he is so upset with both of these men, but Danny Limelight in particular, because Danny Limelight has now besmirched the name of Texas professional wrestling.
I mean, we saw what he did to that Texas championship just a few weeks ago.
He threw it in the garbage.
He literally threw it in the garbage. It was awful. I hated it. And I hate that the fact that he's making me say that he's the Empire State Champion.
Of course, we want to thank you again, Chris, for joining us here on commentary. You got the best seat in the house. And if you want to hear the best podcast in wrestling, make sure you subscribe to Insight with Chris Van Vliet on your favorite podcast app as well as on your YouTube channel. It's a side headlock. Oh, cover. Kick out
Appreciate
after
that.
2.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And if you're watching this here on YouTube, toss a subscribe over to my channel.
Exactly.
You'll see my most recent interview with the man himself, Booker T.
There you have it. Road Royalty, both on the podcast, and right now Royalty in the ring. As we're back to Lexis King and Ryan Davidson, who, by the way, had a fantastic main event with one another until Danny Limelight's interference. I mean, Kirby Carry-On, Ryan had that victory just seconds away.
He was right there. He was so close. You've got to imagine that Ryan Davidson is still feeling the effects of that match just a few weeks ago, and you saw it right there, reaching for Danny Limelight, and maybe took his eye off the prize for just a second too long.
Zilla Fatu just beside himself here that he can't get in there.
Kick out after 2 there from Ryan.
Ryan Davidson is fired up after that kick out, but he's got to take a look behind him as Zilla Fatu is trying to tag himself in. Once again, this chemistry between Lexis King and Danny Limelight full display, but Ryan Davidson able to find his own opening.
Well, that could change things right there.
Very easily and very quickly. Can that change the entire match here at the Reality Wrestling's Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena?
But Lexis King says, I don't think so.
Ryan Davidson still able to find an opening though. As now, look at this. He is just trying to reach for Zilla. Danny stops him, but not for long enough.
Zilla fought 2.
And that's that experience from Lexis King right there.
Veteran experience, you're absolutely right. And Danny Limelight again mocking the former Texas champion, going for the cover. 1, 2, and not enough. I would say close and no cigar, but I don't want to bring up any bad memories for you, Chris.
Please don't. I feel like weeks later I still smell like that disgusting cigar smoke.
Can I be honest with you? You do.
Thanks. I've showered a lot.
Cubans. As Lexis King has Ryan Davidson in the center of the ring, it looks like Zilla Fatu able to find a way back to his corner. Danny Limelight still there, and the Road Nation getting behind the grizzled vet, Kirk.
Look at that, Ryan Davidson with an overhand there to Lexis King. Connects with a second one, just fingertips away. But Lexis King able to pull him back and right back down.
He keep no-selling. I don't like that.
Right there from Lexis King, Brad.
Absolutely. This is frustration on display. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Patented Ryan Davidson right there. That is classic bear power slam right there. And now the question is, who gets to their corner first? Is Lexis King going to get to the Empire State Champion? Or will Ryan Davidson get to Zilla Fatu, the main one? The energy in here is electric. There's a tag. Limelight. Tag to Zilla Fatu.
Here comes Zilla.
Turns him inside out.
Zilla Fatu right now. He's on fire. Danny Limelight trying to fire back, but oh my
gosh.
See, he didn't read.
Danny Limelight getting sent to the heavens and down to the Isle of Samoa. Danny are trying to have a strategy session on what the
Zilla ain't worked with him before.
They want to leave.
He hasn't worked with him before,
And now Zilla,
which is why they're not able to read. Was that a twist and puncher?
Look at the reaction from the Road faithful at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. He's looking up to the heavens.
the main one, over the top, looked up to the sky, and now it looks like he's ready to take out Danny Limelight, the Empire State Champion.
For a blonde tag
Look at
from Ryan
Momo.
Davidson. And the bear, oh my gosh. Lexis King is out of commission. Danny Limelight. Uh-oh, looking for it. Looking for the Davidson drive. Got it. Bear trap, fist drop. Ryan is all business right now.
And this crowd is fired up.
He's looking for it.
Chris, you're about to find out why they call him the cornerstone of reality of wrestling as Ryan Davidson lifts up the champion.
Oh, wait, no.
Danny Limelight says, I don't think so.
Lexis
kick
King.
out.
Lexis King just took out Danny Limelight. We got friendly fire.
A Super Samoan spike. And now, looking for the Davidson driver. Can he get the pin? 1, 2, 3, and he did it.
Good win. Good win. Good win.
Ryan Davidson and Zilla Fatu victorious over the king of NXT and the Empire State Champion, Chris.
And Zilla Fatu remains undefeated here in reality of wrestling.
And look at that. Ryan Davidson pointing to the sky, Curb.
Acknowledging Zilla Fatu and acknowledging the bloodline here at reality of wrestling as it runs deep.
Go to
What a
Wanza,
main event
y'all.
that
Go to
was,
Wanza.
as we are just a few weeks away from Summer of
New.
Champions 10.
When I say the new travel Soul Sikoa. What's up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out my boy too. Haven't met Cuz yet. I gotta meet him one day. We might end up in the ring together. You never know. It'll be a dream match. It'll be a dream match. But I like this video. I liked it a lot. If I liked it a lot, that means what? That means what? That means what? That means you like this. So go and hit that like button, share button, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Drop a comment of what you want me to react to next. Hit that post notification bell to get notified every time that we post, and I'ma holler at you in the next video. Deuces. Deuces. Yeet.